can you get a good quality mix using just your headphones or even your earbuds? Well, I think you can. And in this video, I'm going to give you my top 3 tips for mixing your music using headphones or earbuds. Let's go. Hi, my name is Pete. This is Studio Live Today, where I help you create, record and release your best music. And if you're just starting out in music, you probably don't have a big studio setup with some nice high quality monitor speakers or a nice perfectly acoustically treated room. So sometimes headphones or even earbuds like I'm using here are the best option to start mixing your music. But there's some things to keep in mind when you are using headphones to mix your music. So in this video, I'm going to take you through my tips for how you can get a good sounding mix using your headphones. Now, before we dive in here, let's cover a few of the basics around mixing. So historically, mixing is done in a studio environment on monitor speakers in a pretty well acoustically treated room, which means that you're going to get a really clear and consistent and level volume and representation of the music, which means that when you are EQing, when you're adjusting your frequencies, and when you're mixing your volume and mixing your effects, they're going to be sounding consistent and you can get a true picture. Now, when we use headphones, some of that is going to change. It's not going to be as perfect an environment for us to actually mix our songs. So let's jump in and let you know what you should be considering when you're mixing your music. So my number 1 tip is to understand the limitations of mixing on headphones, and that is mostly around the frequency response. So a frequency is how high or how low the actual sound is, and what headphones do is they don't do a great job, especially earbuds, of reproducing bass sounds. So if you are mixing your songs and you want to get the bass sounding right, what you tend to do is you may increase the bass, saying, hey, there's no bass in this song, and that's going to actually translate to a really bass heavy song when you go and listen to it on a different system or on different speakers. So the number 1 tip is to be aware of the bass and even the treble frequencies, depending on the type of headphones you have, and make sure that you're getting that balance right, which leads us into number 2, which is to know your own headphones. So I recommend, if you're going to be mixing on headphones, and even if it's earbuds, then you listen to a lot of music on those headphones. Listen to your favorite tracks and listen specifically to how they recreate the sound. Are they particularly bass heavy, treble heavy? Are they representing the music the same way as when you listen to it on a larger system, on speakers or something else? Because that's going to help you when you start mixing your own music, because you're going to understand your own headphones and you're going to know how they actually represent your sound. It's going to make it easier when you're mixing your own tracks. And my 3rd and probably most important tip is to reference your tracks on as many different listening systems as you can. So if you're mixing on headphones or earbuds, take your mix and take it to the car. Listen on the speaker of your iPhone or your iPad. Listen to it on your big home theater system with your big subwoofer. Make sure that you are listening in as many places as you can. The reason for that is you want to make sure that you're not missing something when you're mixing in your headphones, because that can be one of the biggest traps. Is you'll mix it in your headphones, it's sounding great, and then you take it to the car and play it back, and you're like, wow, this sounds just awful. That bass is overpowering, or I can't hear the guitar at all. Then you can go back and then make that adjustment and listen again. So yes, it's going to take you a few tries, but you're going to be so much happier with the result, because you want it to sound good not only just on your headphones but being played in a bunch of different places. So play your tracks, move them around, and you'll get a much better sound. And there you go, 3 very simple pieces of advice, but things that are going to help you get a much better mix and a better sound using headphones. Because can you mix on headphones? You absolutely can. You just have to be careful about a few of these things. If you'd like some recommendations and like to know what I use to mix, what headphones I use, the Sennheiser HD280s and some of the different earbuds that I use in my studio, then you can check the links down below. Those are affiliate links, which means if you make a purchase, then you're going to be supporting the channel whilst getting some cool new gear at the same time. Thanks again for watching. If you've got comments, questions or suggestions, you can leave those down below, and I'll see you on the next video. Hey, thanks for sticking around, and sorry if the birds were a bit loud in this one. There's 2 more videos that are linked down below. You can also check the description for those links to purchase your own set of headphones for mixing. You can also subscribe to the channel by clicking on the Studio Live Today icon, or head to studiolivetoday.com for more audio goodness.